This is a logo or sign of Caffe Vivaldi. It's going back more than 30 years. This is famous now because this is logo over there. It's because it became famous because Woody Allen filmed on this and he made a movie. It's called Whatever Works. The beginning, way back in 1970s, this used to be Buffalo Roadhouse. This was a restaurant, very famous, and over there Al Pacino make a film right there, and it was called Serpico. I saw that movie and I like a fantasy, I said, well, let's see if it is possible. Maybe it was here, it says for rent, and I took a well 33 is way back in 1970s. This used to be the apartment. I used to go there and above, and after that on the ground floor it used to be a store, very famous store. I had called it was called Parsley Sage. That was the name of the store, and it was named after Simon Garfunkel. He had a LP, and I loved the song, and I named it into the store. This used to be my store. This is how it started, and it had all kind of art books, literary books. It wasn't just more smoke shop. No, it was there, but the main thing was books, literary books, and I started from very little, and then I renovated it, and the cost, it went up hundreds or a lot, and then I took all that and then I sold it to an Indian guy, and that guy took it, and he took another restaurant also. It became a restaurant for him. A magazine store, that was pretty crazy because there was no Indian, no Afghani, Lebanese, Pakistani, nobody. This was my idea, and for the first time, most of the people would laugh. He said, "You must be crazy," because it was totally different and new, and it was, I should say, excuse me, most of the immigrants who came here, they had ghetto mentality, and this was totally different. Now I'm back to Caffe Vivaldi, and I'm sitting here at Caffe Vivaldi, but this is all history. You know, behind me is the famous setting. This is designed by Woody Allen, and it was filmed by his feature. It's called Bullets Over Broadway. That was the first Woody Allen's movie for the first time in 1970s. First time. And of course, Woody was he was a favorite of Caffe Vivaldi because he has gone three films Bullets Over Broadway. Second one was Whatever Works. And the third one, he shot already. I think it's not complete, but he did all the filming. So we'll have to wait for that. Chino, yes, Al Pacino. He came and he sold the idea. He wanted to film a movie, which he did. So he was sitting here. It was called Chinese Coffee. It's a movie which he did, and there were other famous artists. They just came, filmed, talked about it, and Ethan Hawke, he just came in just like that. And of course, here was we had Andy Warhol. He came here, and everybody you can think of. My whole thing was a vision, do something different, which mostly think he thinks Ishrat is probably little crazy. He doesn't have a smoke shop. He doesn't have an Indian store and nothing. And he wants, you know what? He wants music venue. He's crazy. This was their idea. My main person who was inspiration for me from childhood, it was my father, because he loved classical music, regular Indian music, even Western music, and I grew up from that. He became one of the founder of All Pakistan Music Conference, and they came here famous to start to perform. People like legend was Roshan Ara Begum, classical music, and she came all the way to Lahore because my father. This was singular vision was music. Music was something. This was my love, passion. Rock music, Western classical music. That's what I was centered around, and this is what I want. What I wanted to do. I was gravitated. I would live musicians and music. You know, one of my friend, he used to live in. Her name is Salman. He used to live in Florida, but he and I are common share was loving Western classical music. So the moment he decided I'm in New York, he flew and started living in New York. So you know what he used to do? I used to live over there, my sister's home. So I'll buzz. Salman would come here. The moment he will come there, I would do some green tea and then classical music. There used to be vinyl all together, and he would come and sit for 1 hour, 2 hours. After that, we'll say okay, that is the end. Shake hands, and that was it. So my friends would say, you don't talk. He's your best friend, and all you do is to have green tea, listen, shake hands, and goodbye. 1 second. Everybody used to come to Café Vivaldi. One day, with the kind of costume or something, Bob Dylan, he came and sit down here, and he ordered coffee, and of course with cigarette, because there was smoking was okay. And here I was walking to Soho, and there was everything was on sale, going out of business. They had they were doing so. I walked into, and I saw this antique bar. It was for sale. I said, "Can I buy this?" Yes. So I bought this. I bought it myself, and I got it and came all the way from Soho to Café Vivaldi. And some artisans, carpenter, cabinet makers, they did doing a splendid job. Her name is Kristen Hoffman. It's my heart into this, and I asked Kristen. She used to live on Jones Street. I asked him, please, why don't you sing? And she agreed. So that was the beginning. There were only few people, very few people, but after performance, and Kristen blossom if something else, and from 2 or 3 audience to hundreds of audience. It was it became like a family with Kristen, and it became a family affair. I think you have seen it with you and your husband Ikhlaq. You had come to say our last farewell concert. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I need a deep breath. Let's all take one. We always have a moment before the show where we do like this is gonna be such a beautiful time, and we forgot to do it, so let's just all do it together. So let's have just 30 seconds of silence, and we're gonna be all here together. It's our last Vivaldi concert of about 1,000, and such a special night that we can all be here together. So bittersweet. This room has been a true home, a treasure. It's held us all. So let's just take 30 seconds or a minute to really thank Vivaldi, thank us all for being here together, and just we're gonna step into this portal one more time and bring through some beautiful music. So here we go.
Thank you to Ishrat and all your amazing staff.
Yes.
Love you all.
Love you, Ishrat. I see so many faces who have been here so many times. It's really one family that's coming back together all at the same time, and that is amazing. Thank you so much. We are so grateful for you all being here with us tonight. I'm feeling a little emotional already. This whole journey began, I lived right down the street here on Jones Street. And I used to pass going to rehearsals carrying a guitar, And Ishrat and the manager, Carson, who was here at the time, used to stand outside and say, "Oh, you play music, we're gonna get a piano. You have to come play here." And at that time, there was no piano. And about 2 weeks later, the piano arrived. And I started walking down the street about 10 to 15 nights per month. And we would just start playing music, 2 sets a night. And for the first couple of years, we did that every single month for 10 to 15 nights a month. And there was this amazing crew of people who would come almost every single night. And, oh, just beautiful. So that was 15 years ago. And now so much has changed. I mean, this place has seen me through so many crazy, beautiful times and so many life lessons and so much growth. I feel like I've gone from being a young girl to a woman in this place. And it's just so beautiful. And I'm so grateful that that there's places like this for artists. And it's not, every ending is also a beginning. So may this not be just an ending, but also a birth and a new beginning. So thank you. Ishrat, I know Ishrat wants to come say a couple words before we start the music.
And while Ishrat is coming forward, just want to share a quick story with you how I met Kristen. I was in New Zealand. She wasn't in New Zealand. I was in New Zealand on a Christmas trip with my meditation group, and I was riding the train. Arpan was sitting next to me in the train. She says, "I really want you to come here, my friend Kristen." He had his old Discman. It was at Christmas in 2002. He played her album, Divided Heart. I said, yeah, she sounds pretty good. Okay, I'll come check her out. And I came one night, and I just brought a flute with me, and she said, yeah, come play a song. It was love at first note. What can I tell you? And we've been playing amazing music together ever since. I'm so grateful to her, and so grateful to you, Ishrat, for manifesting this and allowing it all to happen.
Thank you, Francis. I love you. I love you. Ishrat, come on.
Thank you. Hello. Listen. Premi. Henry. Arpan.
Right here.
Arpan.
Right here.
Troy. And hello, family, I should say. This is 36 years ago. I created a restaurant, designed. I created and I operated, and the vision of music venue. And I am very grateful that this has happened. But 36 years is a long time. That is history. And in the Caffe Vivaldi legacy, I think the main integral part is what happened to Caffe Vivaldi. And I should say that one person I love, Chris Norman. And she made destination music venue, and it was more wonderful. I just wanted to thank you, all of you. It's like history. I had a stroke, and I was not well. But all I have to say, thank God I'm alive. So, and I thank you once again. Thank you very much. God bless.
And may I add to that, many other great artists have helped have their start here.
Yes.
I've seen incredible artists play here. Even one of my favorite saxophonists in the world, Chris Potter. I happened to walk by one night. He was playing clarinet here with his girlfriend, who happened to be a great singer-songwriter. And so, wow, so many great artists have gotten their start here. Infinite gratitude to you, Ishrat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ishrat. shadow sun is flickering, moving in and out of time. Uncovering the ghosts in my eyes. These roots run deeper than we know. The melodies that gave them life got lost somewhere beneath the snow, like a long releasing sigh. Oh, sing to me once more, wrap me in your purple sky. Oh, like a quiet thunderstorm, wakes you softly in the night. A distant lullaby. Eclipse of moon, the fever flared, calling in and out the tides, washed away my innocence. But the white flame burned right through the night. These wounds cut deeper than we know, painting lines upon my face. Got lost somewhere beneath the snow, reaching out to touch the space. Oh, sing to me once more, wrap me in your purple sky. Oh, like a quiet thunderstorm, wakes you softly in the night. A distant lullaby. Wrap me in your purple sky. Oh, thunderstorm wakes you softly in the night. A distant lullaby.
I realized the musicians, they were artists of all kinds, but artists were honest and straightforward, and their thinking was so different. And I kind of liked music, and I was very helpful for that. So it's been a long journey, and that all the people who like the vibe, the whole thing that is unique about Caffe Vivaldi was it was a haven for young artists to come. Please come, and it was the focus was towards artist, culture, literature. It was it was a little less than business, money, and all that. That was not the first priority.
Rose, who lived across the way, met her husband in this shop, which was a tailor shop, going back into about 1920 or so. So there's a lot of history here. And as far as my performances, Ishrat heard me play one day and asked me. He said, "Well, I want you to play here," and I said yes. And it's been a wonderful experience ever since.
It's been an artistic home for us. I paint when my husband plays, and so I've had a place where I could set up my work, and people were able to witness it, and we all experienced the music in a very special way. It's been a real community. Well, there is nothing like it even now, and we're very sad that it's leaving.
Yes,
because
yes.
all of the musicians who have
Yes.
played here.
Well, I created, operated more than 36 years.
I know.
Long time.
I know that. We've
It's
been
a long
coming the
time.
whole time. We're
Yes.
from the village, and I
Yeah.
came here from NYU. We always
Yeah.
came here first.
Yes, that was the vision, to have something safe haven to
Yes.
artists,
Yeah.
musicians.
Well, you did that.
People should come, have a coffee, and enjoy.
Well, you did that. We
That was
appreciate
here.
that so
Yeah.
much. Really, God bless for that.
Yeah, thank you, lovely. After I go from Caffe Vivaldi, 1 o'clock over here, if Richard would come in the car and come out, I'd say, "Hello, how are you?" He'd shake hands, and he would just talk 10 minutes about neighborhood, what's going on.
Nice.
Very nice person.
Very nice.
That is history.
Yeah.
Vivaldi.